Hello everyone. I want to talk about the rising of house rents, especially in Canada and USA, America. So many people lost their home because of the house rents is getting high. They couldn't not even afford the home no more. And so many become homeless because of the rising of house rents in America and Canada. And so many homeless now in the streets of Canada, a lot of homeless because they couldn't be able to pay their rent anymore, which is not supposed to be. People struggle so hard to keep their home. It's not no one to be blamed because the house rent goes so high that they couldn't be able to afford to pay anymore. In America, a lot of people have to sleep in hotels because they lost their home. They couldn't pay anymore. And home is very important thing that woman being should have. I will continue saying that. It's normal thing because when you go from your home to work, to do your daily activities, you come back to your home to sleep. And when you cannot afford to pay home no more, it's very sad. So many people has become homeless in Canada and US because the house rent is so high that they couldn't know what to do anymore. Inflation has caused it to happen. When there is war somewhere, then the inflation rise up and people cannot be able to pay their rents anymore. And so many parents, they have to take their children out of their home because they couldn't be able to pay anymore, especially in Canada and US. And the rising of losing home in Canada is so increased than years and years before. And rising of losing home in America is so increased than years and years before. And so many people that you don't even expect, they have to lose their home and to sleep somewhere. A lot of them sleep inside their cars. Can you imagine someone that have a home before have to lose the home and sleep inside cars? So many people sleep inside their cars in Canada and in US. And Canada and US is one of the biggest country in the world. Why should that happen? Why? And the president of America, they are watching all that. They have to bring the price of the home down in America. And Canadian Prime Minister is watching also that the houses are increasing in Canada and people cannot afford no more. Even right now in Canada, a lot of people, you will see like 10 people sharing apartments to sleep in 2-3 bedroom. 10 people. I've watched it in YouTube, which is so sad. How can that be? Canada is one of the biggest country in the world. Biggest country, and they have a lot of resources there that the Canada Prime Minister, the government can build houses. Why should people in Canada pay so much house rent? And when the house rent is so high, how do you want the people to afford it? House rent have to reduce in Canada. House rent have to reduce in the USA, in America. Because how could someone go to work so hard and you have to pay double of your wage to your home? People cannot afford to even buy a home in Canada anymore. They cannot. Because the mortgage of the home is so increased that people cannot afford to even buy a home anymore. You see a family in Canada, they couldn't afford to buy a home anymore, which is very sad. So many people in America too, they couldn't buy a home anymore, which is sad. Before, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, America and Canada, people can afford to buy their own home. But now, inflation rise up, and we couldn't buy home anymore. The president of the United States and the Prime Minister of Canada, they have to do something about the house rent in Canada and US. House rent have to reduce. They have to reduce the price of house rent so that people can afford to hold their homes, so that people can afford to buy their homes, so that people can afford to pay their mortgage. How can it be? 10 years ago, people easily pay their mortgage. They buy the home and they could be able to pay their mortgage. But nowadays, a lot of family, a lot of people in Canada and US, they couldn't afford to even pay the mortgage anymore. They have to give their own home away. And they have to end up to sleep in hotels. And they have to end up to sleep in their cars. And even some, they are even homeless. How can it be? The biggest country in the whole world, America and Canada, is the biggest country in the whole world. They have the massive land, massive people there. And what the people deserve to lose their own home. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. America presidents have to do something to this rising of home. They have to bring the prices of the home to reduce. And Canadians, they have to bring the prices of the home to reduce. The Prime Minister of Canada have to change everything. They have to change everything. And the President of the United States have to change everything. The change have to come, and the change have to be. The prices of the home in Canada and US is ridiculous that everyone have to lose their home. Why should that be? Why should that be? The ones that they are even keeping their own home now is too expensive for them to pay. Every woman being have to manage now because of what? Because of the inflation. And the prices is rising. And the President of America, they can't keep quiet for this. The President of America have to bring the price down. And the Prime Minister of Canada have to bring the price down. Change have to be, and change have to come. Because no one can stand this anymore. Home is very important for everyone. Every woman being deserves to have a home. Every woman being deserves to have where they have to sleep. Where they have to sleep, where they have to wash, where they have to call a home. Why? The biggest country in the world, America and Canada, have the problem of home, that the homes are rising. Prices of the home are rising so much that people cannot afford to even buy a home anymore. People cannot even afford to pay rent anymore. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Change have to come. Change have to be. American presidents, they have to bring the price down. And the Canadian Prime Minister, they have to bring the price down. It has to be a change in Canada and US. It has to be a change in these two continents. The whole world has to be a change. Change have to come, and change have to be. Thank you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Press the notification bell so that when I post, you will see it. I love you all. Bye.